I'm tryna fuck with you. Look how she come through. Make these lame hoes uncomfortable. Keep it coming, ooh. Show you a whole lot of different things we can do. Show you a whole lot of different things we can do. Yeah. Show you a whole lot of different things.
Welcome to my channel. So today I'm doing this beautiful girl's makeup for her birthday. We're just going to start off with the brows. I'm using this pencil in the color Black Brown by Rimmel London. And I'm just starting by outlining her brows. It was her birthday, y'all, so I had to get her all together. I know y'all love when I do the birthday beats. So yeah. And when I'm outlining the brow, I'm making sure that I stay very close to her natural brow shape. And I fill it in starting at the outer part of the brow, and I'm putting a lot of pressure on the pencil. That way it gives like a darker effect, you know, and you can actually see it. So now I'm going to brush through her brows with a brow brush in an upward motion. And y'all, her skin is so pretty, so it really didn't take much, but this look came out so bomb. And I was so excited to do it. So here's the brows. And now I'm going to outline them. I like using a wand to outline her brows. It's actually a lipstick wand. Here I'm just going back and making sure those lines are precise. But I use my Too Faced concealer in the color Honey. And it's by Born This Way. And this makes it so much easier to do brows. I think I learned this from a makeup artist on Facebook, and it's no streaks. You don't have to worry about any streaks from the brushes. Doing it with a lipstick one, it's just so neat and consistent. So I love doing my brows with lipstick ones. And so I'm just underlining the bottom first and dragging that product down. And I'm also going to do the same thing on the other side. So here is me doing the same thing on the other side. Pretty much self-explanatory. It was a little tough doing it because I'm doing it from the side. Because usually when I do my clients, y'all, I'm right in their face. Like, what's up? But yeah, it still came out pretty. But I always feel like I do brows way better when I'm not filming. But it still was cute. Now I'm taking the color Chestnut and I'm going to outline the top. And I'm doing the same consistent motion. I'm not picking my brush up. I'm just doing one solid line. I pick it up at the end. But for the most part, I keep the brush planted and then I, bring the product up. And I love showing y'all me doing the brows because I know brows are like the most important part of makeup. So I get so mad when I click on tutorials and I don't see them doing the brows. I'm like, sis, that's what makes the face. I want to know what you used on your brows. So yeah, the Rimmel pencil in Black Brown and also the Too Faced concealer in Honey and Chestnut. That's what I use on my brows. Like I said, y'all, I hate when people don't make that clear. So I'm here to make it clear. And that's on period. But yeah, guys. So now we're going to take our Perfect Concealer Brush by Real Techniques. And we're just going to smooth everything out. I can't stand seeing makeup tutorials where they don't go in the middle of the brow. I'm like, can you please go in the middle of the brow? It's like they leave a space right there. So I'm very OCD when it comes to blending, y'all. Blend, 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 blend. Y'all see the blend. Now I'm taking my Mary Kay primer, and you can get this primer. I'll link it down below where you guys can purchase it from. It is so silky. I love this primer. This is like one of my favorite primers I've ever used. And I make sure I wash my hands before. And I'm taking that same Chestnut concealer that I used on the top of her brows to go under her eye. This is more like her same skin tone, but I like to start off with that so it doesn't look ashy. And I like to go under the eyes, down the bridge of the nose. I don't always put it directly in the middle of the eyebrows, especially if it's already got a nice coverage. So yeah. Now we're going to go on top of the forehead. And with frontals, y'all, don't go too close to the frontal because I hate that cakey look of makeup caked up in the frontal. Now I'm just using my Nika K concealer in the color Fun. This is the highlight I was telling you guys about that I love to do. And y'all, I want to do some fun glitter looks. So comment down below some colors y'all want to see, because we about to get the glitter looks back popping, like some neon, just some dope stuff. I saw a makeup artist last night. I think her name was Keandra or something like that. But she slayed this neon glitter look, and it's got me so inspired. So now I'm taking my Real Techniques blending sponge, as y'all just saw. And this is the Instapop brush by Real Techniques. And I'm using the color Macao by NARS to put her foundation in. And it's just going to oxidize and melt into her skin. I don't use a lot of foundation at all, especially when the skin is already nice and doesn't have a lot of blemishes, you guys. It's really, really not necessary. Now I'm going back in with that Nika K concealer in the spots you guys see. Pretty self-explanatory. And I'm going to blend it out with my Real Techniques sponge. The sponge is damp. She has something. She has lash extensions, so y'all know how those can be. But I got them out for her. I love her so much, y'all. But yeah, we just blended it out with our Real Techniques sponge, making sure that it's damp. Well, I wet it and I wringed it out so that it was damp. So I'm just going to blend, blend, blend. And you can do a little more. If you want it brighter, go in with a lighter concealer. You know, whatever look you're going for. Usually when people do photo shoots and things of that nature, I like to go a little bit brighter because you want the camera to really pick it up. Now I'm using my concealer in the color Deep Dark, and I think another color, I'll put it down below. These are the, what's this brand? Oh, God, y'all. It's been a long day. ColourPop. These are the ColourPop concealers, and I'm using the darkest color to contour her nose. And I'm just following along her natural nose contour, not doing it too skinny, because I still want it to have a natural look. So, yeah. And I'm just taking that Real Techniques Perfect Concealer brush, and I'm blending that out because we want a nice, flawless finish to blend out the concealer. And this is the perfect brush to do so. So I'm just going, as you can see, and you can see the nose is already getting snatched and it's framing her face. So now I'm going to take the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush, and I'm dragging that concealer down. Like I said, she did have a closure, so I didn't want any makeup to really get gumped. So I didn't use a lot on her forehead at all. Now I'm going to go in with my Sweet Peach Perfect concealer. I mean, not concealer, sorry, y'all. Powder, and I mixed the Peach Perfect shade and the translucent shade together. I love these these powders. Out of all the powders I use, y'all, these are so moist. They're not drying. They smell good. Y'all, they even taste good. Don't judge me. But I went to another makeup artist. Shout out to Tempest. She told me about these. I'm like, they smell so good. She was like, girl, they're edible. I'm like, they edible? Girl, so a little bit got on my lip and I went to eating away. But, yeah. So I'm just setting the rest of her face with the peach color, which is closer to her skin tone. And like I said, I used a mixture of the peach and the translucent up underneath her eyes. And I got it offline, so you guys could just basically just Google it or go on Too Faced's website and get it. Now I'm going in with my highlighter for her brow. I like to highlight the brow before I do the eyeshadow. That way I don't mess anything up by trying to go back in and highlight it. So I do it first, as you guys can see. And it's the perfect little highlight. Is from the in-nude-endo palette by ColourPop. And I've had this palette for a while. And I'm just using that same brush. And I already did one eye. I started, and I'm using the darkest brown shade in the Morphe. God, y'all, I can't think of the palette, but I'll put it down below. I think I'm going to show it. And I don't know where I got this eyeshadow brush from, but it is a lifesaver. See, I just showed it a little bit. Now I'm going in a lighter brown, and I'm just blending that together. And this is the Morphe Artistry Palette, you guys. So once y'all see that the darkest brown in the palette, that's what I use. And then I use the orangey brown tone to kind of buff out the ends. I like keeping it a little dark and a little harsh because you want it to really pick up on camera. Now I'm going in with the e.l.f. concealer and like one of the really light nude shades that they have. I think it was like creamy beige or something. And I'm curving with a eyeshadow brush by Wet n Wild. And this part was a little hard too, you guys. So if it's not perfect, you know, when I got off camera, I made sure everything was, you know, kind of close to perfect. But like I said, I was doing everything from the side, so I couldn't really tell what was perfect and what wasn't. But we gonna rock out with it. So now I'm taking my Jlarue Cosmetics shimmer shade. Oh my god, y'all, it's so beautiful. I love this shimmer shade so much. I'll link everything down below for you guys. And now I'm going in that in-nude-endo palette that I used for underneath her brow, and I'm using one of the shimmer shades as well. It's more of like a peachy tone. And my all-time favorite, y'all, my e.l.f. liner, and I wanted to go for like a nice little wing, and I use the color Jet Black, y'all. Make sure when y'all are purchasing, y'all purchase the color Jet Black. I did redo this look twice, so this is my second time doing it. The first time, like I said, I wasn't filming, so it was even more perfect, as y'all can see from the pictures. And the first time I went over that liner with the Inglot liner in the color 79, y'all. That's like the blackest black. Now I'm pulling down on her lid, and I'm going in with the Rimmel Blackest Black. It's like a kohl liner, and it's super, super dark. And I feel like I can't do a look without this liner, y'all. It just makes the look pop so much. And I do notice that, you know, it's not perfect. Y'all, I'm just a perfectionist. So when I go back and watch my videos, I'm like, oh, I could do this, I could do that. But it still came out so beautiful, so pretty. And yeah, I was just so excited and so ready to see her take pictures. So yeah, guys. And I know y'all were coming on my old video. I'm like, oh, I gotta get back with these people, y'all. I've been having so much going on, but I'm so excited, y'all. I finally reached my 4K hours that I needed, or it was gonna start over from scratch and start me from 1. So I'm like, for me to reach 4K hours by December, that's big, y'all. Like, I was really cutting it close. So I am now a YouTube verified partner. By tomorrow, I will be, because I think we had 3,998. But y'all, if I would not have done it by now, it would have started me over from 1. If I wouldn't have done it by January, it would have started me over from scratch, and I would have had to get 4,000 again. And in her inner corners, I just used that same shimmer shade. I kind of wet it by Jlarue Cosmetics. On her cheeks, I used my, what brand is that? I'll put it down below, y'all. I can't think. This is the same highlight from the ColourPop. That in-nude-endo palette is the truth, y'all. That highlight is everything. And I'm using like the WhiteGold shade. I'll show y'all right here. And I use that same shade on her cheeks. And I told her to smile. That's what I tell all my clients. That way you can get it right where the light hits and right where their cheek bones are. So pretty, so pretty. She was so beautiful for her birthday, you guys. And I'm just so excited. She trusted me to do her face. So yeah, y'all. This is pretty much that. And she is pretty much that girl. Now we're going to do the lips. And I use the India Royal Cosmetics lip gloss in the color Sugar Baby. Yes, ma'am. This is one of my favorite lip glosses. Make sure you guys support India Royal Cosmetics. The best, okay? And I'm just going over the brows with the India Royal Cosmetics brow pomade in the color, I think it's Coffee Bean. I'm kind of covering the camera, but y'all, the best products ever. Now I cannot forget to do mascara. That's the icing on the cake, okay? No look is complete without it. And now I'm using my clear mascara in her brows, you guys. And that is pretty much it. I hope y'all loved it. I love y'all so much. See y'all in the next one. Make sure y'all thumbs up and comment down below.